Hello. Hello. Sorry, I'm making sure everything's set up. Hi, everybody. Please acknowledge your presence and say hi to me. That would be lovely. Sorry, I'm 3 minutes late. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I even forgot to get a glass of water. I'll need to do that on the first sprint. I'm just a bit chaotic. Ran over a little bit our dinner. Okay, I think that's all good. Sorry, I'm just. Can you tell me if the chat's working, guys? Hi. Okay, thank you for being my buddy. I was like, nobody said hi. How do? Oh, look, I can send a little love heart. If that worked, I don't actually know. Hey. Hi. Hi, everybody. How let me know how y'all are. I have been well, this is the question, isn't it? What am I reading? I've got multiple choices, to be perfectly honest, but I was gonna say in a reading mood, which sounds a bit odd given, like, I mean, of course I'm in a reading mood. When are we not in reading moods? Well, reading sums, but I've been wanting to do some sprints for a while because I really just like wanted to set aside some time for reading. But now that the sprints have come, I'm feeling very indecisive. So I have a stack of literature that I might jump between a little bit. Hi. Oh, happy birthday, Joe! Happy birthday! That's so nice to spend some time with us on your birthday. I hope you're having a nice day. I don't know what time zone everybody's in. Is it morning, evening, afternoon for you? We've just had our dinner. Chris and I made and had some dinner, and now he's going to go do some gardening while I read. Like perfect encapsulations of our personalities. Reader, gardener. Hi everybody. So yeah, I have a little stack of undecided books that I will go through with you. But I'd also love to hear what you're reading. So yeah, what is everybody reading? Please let me know. I'd love to know. I'll start showing you some of mine in the meantime, and then have a look at yours when they come up. So the first one I've got here is actually an older issue of Hellebore. So I've talked about Hellebore before, I think, but this is a folk horror history archaeology magazine that I really love. But this is an older issue 4 that I just didn't get to at the time. I think when I first started reading Hellebore, a few issues were already out, so I like bought them all and didn't immediately read them all. And whereas now, like, I read them as they come out. But this is one that I didn't read, and it is actually a sort of colder month Yuletide one. So I know it's still a while till Christmas, but like given that we're getting into the colder months, and it's about ghost stories and bits and bobs like that and haunted houses. I have been reading this. I think I've only got 2 articles left, so I should probably just like buckle down and finish this tonight. The 2 articles I have left in this one are no, I have 3 articles left. The first one is on the night of the mothers. John Reppian summons the matres and ventures into the bleak midwinter night to investigate the pagan celebrations of Modronicht. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Then I've got Tales of the Unsafe Church. So talking about some haunted churches in the UK. And then Children of the Snow, which I'm not. This one. The last article sounds really interesting. Children of the Snow. Elizabeth Darnley evokes tales of ice, snow, and strangeness and reflects on the symbolic power of wintry landscapes in children's literature. Very interesting. I think I will finish that. That's made me a little bit excited. I think I want to finish that magazine. So what is everybody else reading? Hi. Oh, 50 pages left of Electra. Oh, well, we can definitely get through that, right? Like, goal of the evening is to make sure that we get to the end of Electra for Tia. I think that's doable, right? Yeah, 50 pages sounds perfect for I don't know how fast everyone reads. For me, that sounds like a little evening of reading. Then we've got The Last Chapter of an Immense World by Ed Yong. I don't think I know that one. and then 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, and maybe Lady Macbeth. So I haven't heard of the first 2 books at all on there, so I don't know what kind of books they are, or have you already started them? Are you enjoying them? But I do Lady Macbeth as in, the new Ava Reid book. Is it Ava Reid? I'm quite intrigued by that one. I do love Macbeth, like, as a play and a story, so I am very intrigued by Lady Macbeth. Um, I'm reading The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, the last book in the Poppy War trilogy. Oh, I've never read the Poppy War. I know. I feel like the only person at this point, and I know everybody praises it, and I did really like Yellowface. So I'm sure I will like R.F. Kuang's other work. I'm reading The Fact of a Body. Now that sounds vaguely familiar. The Fact of a Body. Fact of a Body. What's that one about? That cover, I've seen that. I don't think I know what it's about, but I've definitely seen that cover. Is it true crime? Because if it's true crime, then I might recognize it because my old flatmate Jill was a true crime buff. And we have hi. I'm reading Long Live the Elf Queen by J.M. Kell. I've not heard of that either, but I kind of love the title. Is that a fantasy novel? Long Live the Elf Queen. Ooh. Ooh, it's an enthralling and romantic sequel. The first one's The Bow Before. But what's the first one called? Sorry, Bow Before something. Um, Bow Before the Bow. Bow. I can't read. Bow Before the Elf Queen. I take it you enjoyed Bow Before the Elf Queen, or you wouldn't be reading the sequel, right? I do like a romantasy, so let me know if it's one I should check out. Bow Before. Sorry, I'm just laughing at myself for being unable to read. I'm going to skip reading this time and work on my outfit for chaperone. Oh my god, what are you like making something from scratch? It's really incredible seeing the outfits people put together for concerts. Like, I'm so impressed. I imagine there's gonna be some creative ones for chaperone. That'll be such a good concert. Such an entertainer. Like, looks so good live. I have to say I'm not really one for concerts. I've always been I want to say, like, I was like, I've always been an old person. Like, I've always been an old homebody, but that's just ridiculous because my mum loves a concert and she's in her 60s. It's got nothing to do with age. Not that in 60s is old, but like I've just never been a concert person. It's got nothing to do with age. Meanwhile, my mum's away at concerts all the time. um I'm reading Moth Girls by Anne Cassidy, and I don't know if I recognise that title, but I like it because I like it. What's Moth Girls? Moth Girls. The story of 3 teenage girls. 2 of them go missing, and the third is laden with guilt. Ooh, is it good? Have you started it? Sorry, I think I got lost again. Rereading. I'm reading The Hobbit. Oh, is this your first time reading The Hobbit? I still remember the first time I read The Hobbit. I just started dinner, but hopefully be reading A Dowry of Blood. It was true crime. Okay. I wonder if Jill has read it then. I'll have to check. I don't have like obviously I love living with Chris and this is the right move. But sometimes I do miss Jill. I got so used to just like having her there. And like when I used to reading sprints in the old flat, Jill would always be like reading on the other side of the room. And I'm just like, I can't even ask her about books now. I should like phone her and be like, Jill, you want to read with me? Maybe I'll text her and see if she wants to read with us. Sorry, now I've just got distracted. Just missing my friend. I would love to just live in a commune with everybody I like. We're doing reading sprints now if you want to join. Sorry. I'm reading The Lost Hero from the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. I still need to read the rest of those. I really enjoyed Percy Jackson, and I have the second book on my bookcases, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I did enjoy it, so I would like to read it. They were very entertaining kids' books, like very captivating adventures. Nonfiction about different senses in animals. Oh, that sounds really interesting, actually. You did love that book. Okay. I'm gonna save that and look at it later. The bow of No. Okay, I've saved that in a tab so that I can maybe look at it later. I'm in the mood for paranormal romance at the minute. Not that it's paranormal fantasy, but you know what I mean? Like magic and romance, I'm in the mood for. Um, I'm reading The Last Hero by Lyndon A. Lewis. It's sci-fi, like The Handmaid's Tale in space. Interesting. I love seeing what people are reading because everyone's reading such different stuff. We've got Uprooted by Naomi Novik being read. Um, on the Chapel Roan outfit. Not really from scratch. I'm trying to recreate Joe from I don't know what that is, but I'm sure some people do. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, cool. That sounds really cool. Sorry, I was just reading about the t-shirt. Um, First time reading The Hobbit. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Have you got I forget, like, how early on they happen, but, like, the songs, like, I remember actually being surprised that there was the songs written on page. There should have been more songs in the films. I feel like that's what the films massively lacked. Like, the book is meant to be more, childish-ish and more, like, kind of whimsical, I feel, because it is, like, for younger readers, and then I feel like they took that out of the second 2 films. Like, where were my songs? I like the songs in the first film. Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. Uh, and Moth Girls is an easy page turner. I do enjoy an easy page turner. Dominicana. This is really annoying. There's like a little button that's like covering the bottom corner of like the comments. Oh, there we go. Dominicana by Angie Cruz. Fatal Thing happened on the way to the forum. I have that exact same book behind me. I don't know why this is in any way necessary, but huzzah. Got my ancient history books down there below. Okay, well now I'm not putting it back. I'm reading A Tale of Two Cities. I have only ever read A Christmas Carol. Um, it's the only Dickens I've read. I enjoyed Christmas Carol, but it's the only one I've read. So I mentioned I'm going to read my magazine, but then I have a few books that I'm kind of indecision about. Blue Sisters. What is Blue Sisters? Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by everybody's interest in sounding books. Blue Sisters. Oh, I've seen that cover for definite in the bookshops. But I don't actually know what it's about. Do you know when you do like recognize a cover, like it's been around a lot, but you realize you have no idea what the book is about? Sorry, now I'm just like staring gormlessly as I like read. So it's about sisters. Interesting. Okay, okay. Um, Apparently follows the time for sci-fi and fantasy. Do you know what? I can see that actually. I feel like in the colder months, I'm more likely to read longer books, whereas like in I don't know. I know what that is. Maybe it's like the dark evenings, and like fantasy can obviously be quite chunky. So I can see that. Um, I cannot choose what to read. I'm a huge mood reader. I'm exactly the same. I'm such a mood reader. Like I think I want to read something, and an hour later I want to read something completely different. Should you continue with your thriller or start a fancy book, romance, or literary fiction? No idea. I mean, that's all the options, isn't it? That's literally all the options. I mean, we can give it a try, right? Like, I'm just gonna maybe start trying one of my books in one of the reading sprints, and if it doesn't stick, I'll move on. So for context, I have Stalked by the Kraken, which is paranormal romance, which I've started. Love and Other Conspiracies, which is a contemporary romance, which I have read 2 chapters of. The sequel to I can't forget the first book it's called. The Murders of Molly Southbourne. This is a sequel, The Survival of Molly Southbourne by Taddy Thompson, which I haven't started, but is a novella, so it'll be very, very quick. And I really enjoyed the first book in this series. Or I'm reading the new CJ Cook book on my e-reader. So and then that's the problem, isn't it? Once you've got an e-reader, you can read anything. But those are kind of what I'm picking between. So I don't know, horror, romance, or historical mystery. 'cause that's what the CG Cookbook one is. It's like a dual timeline. Like, I'm already well into that one. It's like a dual timeline, modern day 1500s Scotland, well, Orkneys, witchcraft, and how those like interlinked, and it's really good. I don't know if I want something like just lighter, and more like fast paced for the evening. Oh, the bell jar. Well, that's just not light. Nope. So, oh, Matthew Perry's memoir. Interesting. A Mary and the Great Game. Is that in the A Mary and the Night Brothers series? Because I really enjoyed the first one. Oh yeah, of course. We just read that together. Okay, so I need to read the sequel to that as well. I don't have it though. We just read A Mary and the Night Brothers for my Patreon book club. Yeah. The Thief by Megan Whalen Turner. That author name sounds familiar to me, but not the book. It means nothing, right? Like, this is that thing where you're like, you recognize titles and names and covers, but like I haven't read any of them and I don't own any of them. But it comes in very handy in University Challenge. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm choosing between. But I'm gonna start off by finishing my magazine because then that'll give me the like boost, I think, to be like, okay, I've finished something, let's move on to something else. Doctor No by Ian Fleming. That's the James Bond guy, isn't it? I know about books. Hi. Just caught me being sorry. I feel like I'm being really silly. I'm a little bit tired, I'm not gonna lie. We have had some not great night's sleep this week because we had some fire alarm problems. The fire alarms that the previous owners installed like the week before they left this house have been really faulty and they've been going off in the middle of the night. So we are getting replacements. That's been great. James Bond is from Scotland in the story. Sorry. I had no idea. I've never seen a James Bond film. Obviously, I know that Sean Connery did play him at one point, but he's from Scotland. I honestly, I'm shook. I had no idea. Oh my god. So random. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna get up a timer. Is everyone okay with Pomodoro Kitty? Because I still quite like Pomodoro Kitty. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Oh my god, hello from New York City. Hi. Gosh, what time is it? Is it the morning in New York or sort of like early afternoon? I want to go to New York. Anyway, that's a distraction. I'm really hoping that maybe like this is just me sidetracking, but Chris and I are debating honeymoons, and I would love to go to New York, but it may be out of the budget, so that might be a future trip. How do I share my screen? I've forgotten. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Early afternoon in NYC. If you have any recommendations on the side note about places to stay in NYC, if I do manage to get there, it'd be good to know. Okay, how long would everybody like to read for? Are we thinking, I feel like more than 25 minutes, right? Are we thinking like 30 or like 45? What are we thinking? I need feedback. I'm going to also turn on my reading light. Where's the button? Where is the button? Have I forgotten? What? Oh, there it is. Aha! I'm trying to pose that so it's not like glaring in the camera. Okay. 45. Okay, good. We want a longer one. I'm feeling that too. I'm glad we're all on the same page. 245. No, that's too much. Yeah, I just want to like burrow down and read. Okay. Cool. Right. If we're all good to go then, I shall set us off and stop blathering at you because that's not why you're here. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1, read. bright, too bright. Hi. Oh, I better pause the pause. Pause. How did everybody get on? There we go. God, it's gotten a lot darker since I last spoke to you. Like it's much grainier quality. Yeah, indeed. I'm glad you heard it. Or did you not hear it? And that was just like because you didn't hear it. That was a meow instead. Because I put the sound on and hoped that it would come on at the right time. I don't know what I'm saying. I just can't believe how much darker it is. Yes, we did hear it. Thank goodness for that. That blasted cat, the bane of my life. Finished An Immense World. Amazing. I finished my magazine as well. So obviously it was a good sprint for finishing. I read all 3 articles I hadn't read. So this is now done. And I read a few pages of CJ Cook's new book, The Book of Witching. This, although now like I'm still feeling indecisive about what I want to read, but like after the spooky magazine, I wanted to continue on the spooky theme. First one of these I've done. Nice to share with other book lovers. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I think it's just I don't know. There is something just nice, right, to feel like you're reading at the same time as other people, and it gives you like a little bit of structure and a little bit of company, and yeah, I really like it. Jill, my old flatmate, is also reading. She texts. So we're all reading together, which is really nice. I was in the deep reading flow and just got startled from the meow. I'm sorry, but also that's good. Like I love when you're like so immersed in something you're not like anticipating the time ending. So that's really good. But we will have another one so more reading can be done. Do not worry, we can re-immerse. Read 2 chapters. That's fantastic. That's loads. Sorry, I've got hiccups. 27 pages. Fantastic. You should have get Jill as a guest on Sprints again. There was some good times. I know, right? Jill doesn't really like filming. Like she would not enjoy like I forgot like streaming with me as in like from her house. She would not enjoy doing that, like, and being a separate host. Like she even like tried to do a few YouTube videos years back, which are still up, and she was really good at it, but just like not her thing. She likes just sort of like being there when I'm doing it and like popping in. So I'll have to get her around to the house and have her here for like a reading evening, and we can like have her with us because I agree. I feel like Jill's like a reoccurring guest character. I'll text her and say she has been requested and she has to come around to the house and we have to set up an evening where we do reading sprints from mine because I'm sure she'll be up for it. But she's a very busy woman. You know, she's been hard to pin down lately. I mean, I literally started last week, but she is busy and she's my maid of honor. So I've been like having to pin her down to be like, right, need to go get you a dress. Come on, we've got to do things. I don't really know. Like, there's not that much to do, but we do need to go and find Jill's dress, and Misha's dress. I have 2 bridesmaids. Now I'm just getting distracted. What is that noise? It doesn't sound like a plane. Something outside. Anyway, I'm gonna text her and tell her though that she has been requested. Oh, congrats on the engagement. Thank you so much. It wasn't really like a surprise. Chris and I have been talking about getting married for a while. Like it was just something we sort of mutually decided to do together. But then he wanted to surprise me with an engagement, which was super sweet of him. And I'd sort of anticipated that he was going to engage propose, knowing him. So I also had a ring ready in my backpack and it was there for like 3 months, just like waiting so that I could go, me too. Yeah, but it's really nice. I'm really excited. I'm excited for the wedding because it's like I love hosting and like organizing like parties and get-togethers. I love spending time with people I love. I love eating food. And I'm like, this is basically the best of all worlds. I get to dress up, everyone else dresses up. I love when everyone gets dressed up fancy and we all just have like a big party and share in sharing the love and celebrate. So I'm like really excited about that part. Oh, thanks. Yeah, yeah. So we're getting married next year. What a cute engagement story. Thanks. Thanks. That's us. We are adorable. It's disgusting. It's sickly. Everyone hates us. um. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So anyway, that was like a right off topic. Nothing to do with books, is it? Getting married, but yeah. Uh, Now I've lost my train of thought completely. I was thinking just doing another 45-minute sprint because I thought that was quite a nice time period. I don't think it's going to be a really late one for me because I'm feeling quite tired. I might have mentioned at the beginning of this video that I've not had some great night's sleep with some fire alarm issues. Um, so I think maybe like another 45-minute one might be nice. And I am torn as to whether to read my romance novel or my witchy historical book on my Kindle. We'll see. Um, oh my god. Me too, as in a fire alarm issues, because I feel for you if that's what you mean. Yeah, does 45 minutes sound good? I mean, I can do shorter if people just want like a wee quickie. Just let me know. Oh, who's texting? Oh, it was Jill. Asking if my magazine was good. It was good. Um, it was very good actually. Actually, on an interesting note, so one of the articles I read in my article was no, not that one. They were all interesting, but one I read was on Tales of the Unsafe Church by Roger Clark, which was actually about ghost stories. Three ghost stories, one from the 1800s and two from the 1900s. By Sheridan Le Fanu, Aikman, and James. And I thought it was really interesting. I liked his writing style. So I read a little bio about the author, and it turns out he's written a book, which I think sounds really interesting. And now I think I want to read, which is one of the things I love about magazines or like journals, that I often discover scholars and authors through them. Like I've read other nonfiction books that I've discovered the authors of because of Hellebar. And the book that he's written, which I've added to my to read list, is A Natural History of Ghosts, 500 Years of Hunting for Proof, which sounds really interesting. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna see if there's an audiobook of that because I think it would suit being an audiobook. But I think it's going to be a bit of an account of sort of like ghost stories and tales of haunted houses and stuff like that over the years. 45 minutes is good. Okay, good, good, good. What romance book are you reading? Well, there's a question. I have two because I cannot commit to books. Stalked by the Kraken, which is a paranormal romance by Lillian Lark. I've actually read two other books in the same series, and they're just like rollicking good fun. And then Love and Other Conspiracies, which looks paranormal. It's not. It's contemporary, but it's like they are on a show or they're producing a show about like hunting for Bigfoot and stuff like that. But they're like one's a TV producer and one's well, one is very into cryptids and what's the word for it? I don't know. I've forgotten what I was going to say, but he like investigates that stuff in all seriousness. So these are my two books. I don't know. I like literally don't know. I'm just gonna have to start reading one as soon as I click the timer. Should you keep reading or write your uni paper? So like the ex-lecturer in me wants to say you should write your uni paper. When is it due? Just get it done. Don't leave it to the last minute. If it is the last minute, then get it done even more. But then the I don't know, ex-lecturer in me wants to say, no, read your book, screw the essay. Oh, damn, other people are being sensible. Oh no, we've got some, we've got, no, we've got mainly write your papers. Okay, so I think if you listen to the comments, yeah, do it. When is it due? But like, or even like if you start it or do a little bit of it, you're gonna feel much better about it and feel like you're making progress, right? So you could even spend like 25 minutes doing the paper and 20 minutes reading, if that would help you. And we can see how you did. Or like start the paper and see if it just carries on. What's it on, in fact? I'm curious now. I'll set up a timer. While you ponder that. 45 minutes. Da, 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 da. It's due tomorrow evening. Do it now. Do it now. I was never a last minute deadliner. I can't, like, I know people are different and things work different for people, but I can't. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, to be fair, I do the original Pomodoro technique being 25, 5, 25, 5. I do like that as well. I think that's a very, like, effective method. I do that during the day. Okay, cool. Right. Let's read. And we will check back in 45. Or right. I forgot to turn the volume on. Sorry for missing out the meow for everybody. I'm sorry. Hang on, just let me delete some nonsense. Delete. Delete. How did everybody get on? I read a bit of my book and was enjoying it, and then had some thoughts about book stuff. So hang on, pause. Hey, okay. Sorry for frightening everybody. I yeah, got distracted by my own thoughts because I ended up just making a few notes for writing. I had some thoughts on my own book that I'm trying to write, my horror novella. So I wanted to jot those down. Oh, and then I got absorbed in scribbling on my pad. Where's the lid for my pen? um, Great. What on earth? Where have I put it? It's going. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. How did everybody get on? Oh, get your partner to wear a kilt for the wedding. Um, I don't know what Chris can pick whatever he wants to wear. I know he's toying between either a kilt or trews, which is tartan trousers, but he'll definitely be wearing some tartan. Tis a Scottish, well, a wedding in Scotland after all. Chris is English, but he's Scottish now. He lives here. Yeah, so I don't know, but he's definitely going to wear some tartan. So that's nice. Just joined during the sprint, finished a chapter in one book and started another one in a different book. Amazing. I love that you just like hopped in and got straight to it. Well done. I finished the paper. You finished your essay. Thanks for pushing me. And it's still at 18 minutes straight. Oh my god, that's an almost perfect timing to what we were saying then. Well done. Oh, I'm so pleased. See, just get it done there. Now you can just enjoy yourself reading. I finished my book 5 seconds before the time went out. So perfect reading sprint for me. Oh, thank God. You weren't like interrupted in like the second to last page. That's the worst. Joined the sprint and read 10 pages of The Between by Tananarive Due. I really, no, I have read a book by Tananarive Due. But I want to read more of her work. I have read The Between. You just like have those moments of like it doesn't quite click. Yeah. I am thinking of the right book, right? With the guy and he starts like thinking things have happened, but have they happened? And something happened to him as a kid and without saying anything. Yeah, I've read that book, but I want to read more by her. God, it's clearly late in my head. Started Lady Macbeth is set in the 11th century, but with kilts. Kilts are a funny one, aren't they? Like in terms of they get sort of backdated historically a lot when they're actually like relatively recent. Like they're not exactly some ancient mystical Scottish tradition. Is it good though? I am still really intrigued to read Lady Macbeth. Read 20 pages, another 12 pages. Amazing. Listen to a good chunk of Little Life. Commitment. I DNF'd Little Life, I have to confess. Not the book for me. Really don't think they had kilts back. Yeah, I don't think they had kilts back then. I read some of the books, but then got distracted by my phone. If anything, in the 11th century, Scotland's quite like a new thing. Not that like kilts are necessarily not in that modern borders necessarily define kilts in any way. That's what I'm trying to say. I read some of my book, but then got distracted by my phone. Understandable. Understandable. It doesn't always work for me, but I do have one app which I do quite like and use during the day when I'm working, which is the Forest app. It's like a pay one time app, and it just like you like plant a tree, and you can either like set it to just do as long as you can, or set like yourself a minimum time you have to stay off your phone, and like you only get the tree if you don't use your phone. So like you can't pick up and go into another app whilst you're working. Obviously, it's still like some sort of like sometimes you just think, "Oh, I don't care about this stupid tree on my phone," but like I do like it because sometimes you're just like, "Oh well, 5 more minutes left on my tree. I won't bother looking it up." So I think it does help. Only read 13 pages. There's not only about it. That's awesome. Had to clean up the kitchen from dinner. Yeah. I need to go do that actually. Evening chores. I do hate when I do this to myself when you like leave everything to nighttime and you're like, oh, I just want to be like relaxing, but I've got to go do this and this and this. But like you don't want to do it after work because you're tired after work. It's like when is the time to do it all? Um, Queen Macbeth is another Lady Macbeth retelling, but a bit more historically accurate, I think. It's so funny that like it's not that bizarre because these things happen. This is kind of what happens, right? Like simultaneously similar things seem to happen, especially in publishing. But it's so interesting. There's like multiple Lady Macbeth retellings out right now. Yeah. The Reformatory is that's the other Tanner Reeve Jew book. Okay, I need to get some more. Um, I managed to tune in 20 seconds before the breaks to do any reading, just here to chat apparently. Yeah. And I think that was actually the last sprint for me. We're just doing a short one today because well, I suppose it's been over 2 hours, but just a little reading evening because like I said, I do have to get some chores done. And I started a little bit later than I usually do with these sprints. Um yeah, but it's been really nice actually. I feel like I got some reading done, which was nice. And I like having some dedicated reading time where like I just read, although I spent the last 20 minutes writing. Like I do think it's really nice and it's nice to have the company to sort of like keep you focused and um just like keep you on task, isn't it? So I really appreciate you guys joining me. It really helps me set aside some time mentally and in the hubbub of life to just enjoy some reading. So I do really appreciate that. So, thank you so much for hosting. It was my first time, and it felt really nice and cozy to read and chat. Oh, I'm so glad it delivered then, because like, yeah, that means at least you'll hopefully check out more reading sprints with other people. If you enjoyed it, it'll be like something you can get into. I'm glad it was like a positive experience, and I'll definitely do more in the future. But obviously, I'm not like somebody who does it every single week, whereas there's lots of people who do it super regularly, which is amazing. Um, oh, just a little life chat about how much trauma there is in it. Yeah. Not for me. I understand, like, it works for some people, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea. Um, sorry, I'm just oh god, little life. What was it like? I think it was the other night when Chris said, "Oh, that's on my to read list," because we were looking at one of those lists of like the best books of the 21st century, and I was like, "I do have that book. I will not be reading it with you." Because I think he had been sort of just reset, like he never used to be a big reader, and he's sort of been like I guess trying to read like significant books from like the past sort of couple of decades, and something like the classics in certain genres and things like that. And that one had come up a lot on recommendations online. I was like, mm-mm. I was there with the year that came out. I read all the Man Booker or tried to read all the Man Booker books that year, and no little life for me. I did love A Brief History of Seven Killings, though, which beat Little Life out for the Man Booker Prize, and rightly so, I believe. I think A Brief History of Seven Killings was better that year. Right, now I've gone off on another tangent. So I am going to go and I'm going to clean up my kitchen and check in on Chris and see how his gardening went. It's dark now, so he's inside. I heard him come in. No nighttime gardening. And I really appreciate everybody for joining me. So thank you so much. It's been really, really nice. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been nice to have some company, and I will try and schedule some more reading sprints soon because these do actually, I find them very beneficial. And I'll see you soon. Probably going to film a video next week, so I'll see you in that. Okay, right. Bye, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening slash afternoon slash mornings, regardless of what time of day it is for you, and enjoy the rest of your books. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks for joining me.